What up, y'all? So I was just scrolling down Twitter and I ran across something I felt like I wanted to talk about. So as y'all coming into the video, y'all smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you ain't already subscribed. Now, what I seen was Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz supposed to be mandated next month. So it seemed like, right? It seemed like this the fight they really know, you know what I'm saying, that makes sense, which I agree. I think this fight, makes a lot of sense because I'm not sure if Wilder gonna be able to get that Anthony Joshua fight because whatever Anthony Joshua going through, I mean, they can't even make Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. They've been talking about that, and Tyson Fury been saying he want this amount, and then they turn around and say fight almost here and then somehow it ain't here. I don't fucking know. So what makes it? I think Wilder should leave that shit on to them niggas. Let them niggas play around and play guess who or whatever. But I think Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz probably wouldn't be that hard to make, and I think it'd be a big fight. Andy Ruiz been working his way back up to the point from when he failed against Anthony Joshua. He dropped the ball in the second fight or whatever. So since then, he been working his way back up. He beat Areola in a great fight. That was like top 5 fight of that year. I think that was last year? That was like top 5 that year. That was a pretty good fight to watch or whatever, right? Andy Ruiz just beat Luis Ortiz. So I think it only makes sense for Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, the famous matchup with the Black-O-Mexican. Andy Ruiz got the fast hands. He really a counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? That's how he fight. But he going against Wilder, who really like a one-shot type of guy that's learning boxing skills as he goes along. He really just getting niggas out of there sleeping. He just slept Helenius in the first round coming in or whatever. But him versus Andy Ruiz would be a different type of fight, but I still believe it ends in a similar result. Like I definitely think Wilder gonna knock his ass out. Like as soon as he catch him, it's over. But one thing Wilder gotta watch out is, right, let's say, I don't think Andy Ruiz gonna be the aggressor, so he won't be able to pretty much fight. I think he can come in the same weight class. I mean, the same weight, 215, like he did versus Helenius, but he would have to fight more on the front foot than the back foot like he did versus Helenius, because Andy Ruiz is not gonna be the aggressor. Andy Ruiz got good head movement, so what Wilder will probably have to watch out is, like, which he don't really, when he throw that right hand, he really plan on landing that motherfucker. But what he will have to watch out is Andy Ruiz using his head movement. He punching over his head, missing, right? Overcommitting, and then Andy Ruiz counter. Because when he counter, he don't throw one shot. He throw about 4-5 of them motherfuckers. He try to go on an attack like that to, and he'll punch you behind the head. So it's like you gotta watch out for that over punching shit. But he a little short motherfucker. So I don't know. I don't know if Andy Ruiz can have much success versus Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's pretty much his only shot is to counter Wilder, get a good shot off, hurt him, and then try to capitalize off like that. Which, it sound easy. It sound like make him miss, and then counter him, and then hit him like 5 times, and punch him behind the head, hurt him, and then, that sound like some bullshit. It sound really far-fetched, but it's still boxing or whatever. I don't see it going down like that. I see Deontay Wilder fighting patient, keeping him at bay, pawing with the jab, and waiting for an opening. Hit him with the right hand. Anthony Joshua dropped him. Luis Ortiz dropped him. No, I'm tripping. Did Luis Ortiz drop Andy Ruiz? I'm trying to think. Nah, I don't think he dropped him. But he can be hurt, bro. He been dropped a couple times. I know he dropped probably both of the times in the Anthony Joshua fight, I think. I'm not sure if he got dropped in that Luis Ortiz. It probably slipped my mind if he did. But either way, Wilder gonna do more than drop him. He'll stop his ass. You know what I'm saying? He gonna knock him out on some one punch type shit. So, but good fight, man. It's just showing Wilder can beat everybody else except for Tyson Fury. Show he can, that's what this gonna show. It's gonna show. Ain't nobody else fucking with him. And maybe Wilder can work his way up to another Tyson Fury fight or whatever. They say he knock out Andy Ruiz, and then somehow Anthony Joshua get some nuts to fight him, and he knock out him too. Then niggas gonna be like, shit, hey man, put that nigga back in that motherfucker. Fuck it. I've been seeing some wild shit too. Other than that, I seen people. Now these people are Wilder haters. They've been saying things like, hey, Deontay Wilder took revenge on another white boy because he couldn't beat the other white boy. I mean, that shit is so played out. I mean, niggas gotta really come with a little more better than that if you gonna hate on the man. Like, you kind of like, you gotta come with something better than that. That shit's so corny, bro. Like, nigga, he fighting. That's what matters. You keep on fighting. That's what some guys don't understand when they been out the ring for hellas. Get back in that motherfucker, right? People get used to getting good fights. Then they get caught up waiting on the good fights for hellas and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you just get in that motherfucker constantly, and then you drop a big fight in there somewhere in between the timeline of you fighting constantly, then I think you will get the same love. You know what I'm saying? But one person I can say it's an exception for is probably Earl Spence, because only reason he waiting on Bud or waiting on Showtime or whatever the case is because he trying to seal up 147 real quick. When he go up to 154, I don't see him waiting on none of them guys. Everybody gonna get the smoke. So that's how I see that situation. Only reason a nigga waiting on Bud, cause to get the other belt and put a little bow on the present. I wrapped up this motherfucking division. Boom. Then you go up. Wilder's different. He a heavyweight. He can just fight all these niggas. Whoever come about, just knock their ass out and, collect the checks. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But other than that, man, Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder, great fight, style matchup. Interesting. Wilder, you know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz not really a big heavyweight. He just fat than a motherfucker. Wilder, he can stay at 215. He ain't got to try to put on no extra pounds. I mean, I think it turned out to be a bad idea anyways, miscalculated. Because he going to keep his power, he need to be able to be agile as most as possible. So I think this is a perfect way for him. I want to see everything that's in store. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, we ain't got time to be picky saying, oh man, we don't want this fight, we don't want this fight, we don't want this fight. Nigga, we need much boxing as possible as we can get. So it is what it is, man. And plus, this is a good ass fight. So I ain't knocking it. I ain't knocking nothing for real. But try to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed already. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.